Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to the Planet Coaster Alpha. I signed up for this ages ago, and I gotta say, I've been really excited with watching the devs upload material, watching things grow, and finally being able to access the alpha and give feedback on my experience with the game. All the rest of it. Well, let's have a quick look at the options. Alright, well, we've got audio, some effects. Okay, you can either turn them on or off. There's no volume adjust. Okay, alright. Well, I guess... Okay, that doesn't tell you. Alright. Mouse drag, yeah. Your increments, whatever. Default pitch, okie dokie. Auto pitch. That sounds like it would be annoying. I've dealt with that before. Anytime you let go of the view and it just recenters it. Oh, pain in the neck. Graphics. I always like to run my stuff on windowed with VSync off. I always seem to get much better performance that way. I'll just ignore this bit. This one. Presets, graphic settings. Okay, they're okay. You can't adjust the graphic settings at the moment. I'm sure that will change at a later date. Well, okay, so we can't change the key bindings at the moment. Meh. Okay, whatever. Okay, well, we've got all these to choose from. These are predefined parks, I would imagine. If you hover over them, it'll bring up a quick description. Usually. If you click on it, it'll bring up a quick description. And a couple of screen grabs. Well, let's bounce into this one and see what we get. Okay. Oh, this looks really nice. I gotta say that the movement scheme is a little tricky to get hold of. Center mouse button is orbit. Right mouse button is drag around. And the scroll wheel is zoom in and out. Oh, that wheel. Sorry, that loop there looks amazing. Well, let's check out this ride, shall we? We'll have a quick look at this ride. It's... Is that part of the ticket booth? No. Oh, it's just its own separate building. Okay. There we go. Ride management. Status. Open. Alright. Well, there's the car. There's the car. One of the really cool things is you can build these custom buildings, and they stick together. So you could save that whole thing as a prefab. It's one entity until you hit the edit, and then it becomes many different entities. But I'm not interested in that. I don't want to jump. Oh, no. Damn you! Oop, that was what I wanted. Come here. Let's jump in the coaster. Oh! Jumping in the coaster cam here. Oh, those noises. Oh, those noises are gorgeous. Whoa, hey. That's a little violent. Here's the loop. Wow, there's no... I didn't see any collision with the scenery. Maybe with the... No, not even with the tree. Arrgh! Wow, that's really cool. Alright. So what else we got going on around here? Oh, the peeps. The peeps. Yeah, the guests are so beautifully animated. You know, they're all... I think each one has, you know, set animations, but I think there's like 3 for each emotion. But this just looks really nice. The pathways are really cool. Well, this is a predefined park. Let's have a go at building our own, shall we? What do you think? Ah, that's beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to have to say it. That actually kind of reminds me of my childhood a little bit. Alright, I could sit and stare at that for quite a while. Okay, anyway. So let's quit out of this and we'll have a look at building our own park. Well, that loaded in seconds. I mean, less than seconds, to be honest. When I switched from park to this one, this is the sandbox. This loaded like almost instantly. That was pretty impressive, I gotta say. You can see the LODs kicking in there. Let's see the Planet Coaster sign down here as I pan around. That's really nice as you get in nice and close. And further away. 1, 2, 3. Is there another one? 3... Was that 3 LOD levels? Maybe potentially 4 different LOD levels on the models. That's nice. That makes the game nice and smooth when you zoom out. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. First thing I want to do is unlock the coaster builder. If you don't know how to do that, oops. First of all, you need to know how to spell. There you go. So you just go into any one of these, type under construction in the search bar, or in the search, and the coaster builder comes up. It's experimental, that's why it's locked by default, and there's only 2. But, you know, this is alpha, so whatever. The path tool. This has given a lot of people a lot of difficulty for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. The default path width seems to be 8 meters. But that gives us a little bit of a problem with scenery for some reason. So I'm going to take mine down to 5, I think. Well, oh, excuse me, coffee. We're going to also use the angle snap. Why? 22.15. Alright, so I'm going to use the angle snap. And I'm just going to build a straight path all the way out. La 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 la. Yahoo! Oh, this is so interesting. Right! It's a very simple path done. So let's do something weird with one of these other ones. So, path tool again. We'll turn the snap off. So one of the things you notice is you can change the angle of your path. Oh, another thing you can do is change the default length of each section, which makes your path building a little easier. So let's wiggle this a little bit. So we'll wiggle this around here, and if you hold down shift, you can elevate and lower the path. Now that's giving people some trouble too, for some reason. Okay, so right now I'm working on that. So, I'm going to turn it on. Oh, crap, wrong button. So I want to elevate this path. So I'm going to take that down to 2 so I can break away a little bit. So I'm going to put it up here. Alright. Now I change this back to 3. I should. 4. Should. Getting them to connect seems to be a bit of an issue. Well, the camera follow plus rotate is handy. Oops. Ah, man, I did this yesterday and I've forgotten how to do it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Idiot. Alright, so that's the camera. That's the camera auto-rotating as I make changes. Yeah, the little blue nipple there. That's the guy you're aiming at. To do advanced path techniques, you hold that guy down, and you can lift and lower your path as much as you want. And then when you let go, it builds it, and you can continue on your wiggle. And then if you want to go back, now comes the tricky part. And I'll lower him down. Back down to the ground. There we go. Back down to the ground. We'll bring him around here. See that angle change is irritating. There we go. We'll bring him around back over here. Connect him up. Alright. So there's a very basic path. Okay. Simple enough. Alright, so who gives a smeg about paths, right? We want to see some rides. Let's chuck a ride down. What kind of ride should we do? We'll do a nice easy one, I guess. We'll do the whirly rig. Right now the theming is turned off, so all the rides are themed either pirate or plane. So we'll forget that for the moment. Alright, so rides. You can pretty much do whatever you want with these too as well. Okay, so, well, I turn off the rotation snap because I want to try and get this to face the pathway, so I'll use a blank one. That's facing the pathway there, roughly. Z to do the rotation. Alright, there's our first ride. So we place an entrance. Okay, we'll stick an entrance there. We'll place an exit. We'll place an exit there. Now, if you put it close enough to the path, it'll automatically join it, like that. If you build it further away, you have to join it to the path manually, which isn't a big deal. But I'm all for doing the whole auto thing because I'm lazy. Now, this is where things differ. You got a queue entrance. Now on the park designers we've used up to this point, the ticket booth has been here. And then you've had that entrance with the banner over the top when it joins the pathway over here. This is slightly different now. I'm going to change the length to 2 meters. So we are going to bend him around like this. Right, now see how it's not joining up? It's because you need a ticket booth. Ah, yes. This is your entrance to your ride. Queue. Alright, now you can use Z to rotate it to get it to face the pathway if you want. There you go. That's our first ride down. We can hit open, and our guests will come wandering in and enjoy the fun. So let's dump another ride down and we'll do a little more silliness with the setup. Let's see here. We'll do the octopus. He's always good for a giggle. Alright, so again, we want to rotate him so he's kind of sort of facing the pathway. I'm going to put him away from the path. Alright, so there's our little octopus. Now I'll place an entrance on the side. We'll place another entrance over here. Okay, we'll add the queue entrance. Again, remember this is where your bods line up. So you basically, they come in, they pay the entry fee here, or they flash their fast pass or whatever. They flash it here, and then this is the queue. No more queuing before you get to the ticket booth. It's queuing after the ticket booth. So, placing the queue is very much the same as placing your average pathway. You know, once you grab, get it down, you can grab hold of the thingy. Oh, right click. There you go. Whoops. Right click a section, and it will delete that section for you. So we can grab the arrow there, and we can elevate the pathway a little bit, make it nice and level. So I want to twist it around a little bit. I think I'm getting a little ambitious with the number of people that are going to want to ride this. Okay, I'm going to bend it back over here, like that. Okay, I'm going to call that it. We'll dump down the ticket booth. So I'm going to put the ticket booth here. Do I want to rotate the ticket booth? Alright, see how it's auto-joining the path again? Brilliant. Alright, so I don't want to do that because I want to just quickly build a path to it from here. So, that's our ride basically done. Now we need to put the paths down so the bods can get to it and get away from it. 3 meters is kind of wide. 2 meters is also... Oh, that's the length. Ha! So we'll take the path down to 4 meters, and we're going to take the length down to 1, so I can manually adjust it. Like that. Now this is where things get tricky, getting it to join your other path. There. That's that one. So now we need to join up the exit for it. And that can be a little tricky. As you can tell, it's trying to auto-join. So I'm going to take that back down to 1. Whoops. There's a ride. Now we can open it. Now there's your ride camera. You can move the entrances once they're down. You can move the ride and you can demolish it. Right now ride management is not enabled, so you're kind of limited as to what your rides can do. Later on you'll be able to set up sequencing. You'll be able to adjust you know, how the arms move up and down on that thing. I don't know what you can do on this. Probably change the music. I don't know. And I guess on some of the other rides, these guys here, the Sunflare and whatnot, you can probably adjust the height of the ride, but that's coming soon. This is more about you know, bug detection and bug elimination and all the rest of that stuff. So that's your basic ride setup. So, you know, we got one that basically auto-joins. We got another one we had to build the path for. We got a nice elevated path. So far, this is looking really nice. I like the light effects are really nice too. Let's check this guy out. Look at the graphics when you get in nice and tight to the rides. That's gorgeous. So it slows down and the undulations change in speed. That'll be something that you can manually set yourself later on once the the functions are enabled, part of the sequencing. You know, I don't know how tight or how complex they're going to get with the whole sequencing thing, because I'm going to do something else to this particular ride. Actually, yeah, I'll do it to this one. Now, that's that. Something I found really cool in buildings the other day. Where are we? Spotlights! Heck yeah! Right now these are a little limited as far as I'm concerned. But you can dump these down and you can have them light up your ride. Same deal as anything else. You don't like the way it's pointing? Hold down Shift and rotate it. Problem is it's not doing a lot because the ride's giving off so much light. But you can illuminate your people. Look at that. Now, right now, it's kind of limited. It's fixed in its pitch, so it doesn't do a great deal. But what you can do is use it to illuminate your buildings and your ride entrances, like this. Okay, see how, you know, when I get further away, beautiful. So I'm going to put that there, I think. Actually, I'm going to put it here. We'll move it slightly. There we go. Done. See, now we have a nice blue illuminated entrance. Look at the lens effect. Oh, this is wonderful. This is gorgeous. I don't know what you're thinking. What about the roller coasters? What about the buildings? Well, I'll do that in the next video. But, like I said, there's two. The construction techniques for them is kind of similar to the pathway, but you also have the ability to adjust the roll. But we'll go into that in the next video. But for the minute, I'm going to call that it. I need another coffee. And I'm going to do a couple of things, and we'll come back and we'll check out... what do we do the next one? The next one we'll do a quick, simple roller coaster of some description. But for the minute, I will see you anon.